So we're going to start by undoing these bolts just to get these out of the way while we can still access them before we put the vehicle on the hoist. Next we're going to come underneath the car and just take off the side skirts, and as you can see there is these clips here that need to be pulled out. Simple as that, and then as you can see it's then free to move. So there's those clips all out all the way along. About 8 or 9 of them I'd say. Which means that we can then grab hold of them. That's now movable. In the rear wheel arch area here we have this part. Sits on like that. Just with 3 8mm bolts, so just whip those off. Again, it's making the side skirt even looser. So there's these plastic rivets inside the wheel arch liners, just Phillips head screws on them. I've taken 3 of those out along the rear wheel arch, and then as you can see I've started popping the side skirt off. It's literally just popped on with these clips. So onto the front wheel arch, if your car's got a mud guard or whatever you want to call it, it's pretty obvious how it comes off. 3 rivets and 2 little screws, but otherwise you're just working with the regular pop the centre out rivets. So once those rivets are popped out, just the 2 or 3, I think it was 3 rivets popped out, you can just pull this arch forward a little bit. Just allows you to pop the last of the side skirt off. As you can see, it's completely off the car now. And then the reason that is so we can get to the bolts for the wing, which are, I believe, 2 of them here. You can see them there. And then we can then get the wheel arch liner out, and then we can get to our washer bottle, which is behind here. The reason you have to take the side skirt off is so you can get to those bolts, and then you can flare out the bottom and the back bolts that I took out inside the door at the start, is so we can flare out the bottom of the quarter panel, wing, fender, whatever you want to call it, guard, so we can actually get the washer bottle out the hole. As you can see, I've got the wheel off the car now. And we're going to start working on this wheel arch liner. We've got some of the rivets out already. We will have to strip all the rivets out around this wheel arch that we'll remove, and the liner will be just some of these 8mm and some plastic rivets and whatnot, so just the usual stuff. The good thing is we can just split the arch liner in half and remove the rear section, so that's what we'll be doing. And so we're pretty much almost completely off with this wheel arch liner. We've got it hanging out, and that might be well enough, but if you need to remove it completely on this side, you need to disconnect the ABS wheel speed sensor. That needs to be disconnected, as you can see, one in here. And this is actually plastic riveted by the looks of it onto the actual wheel arch liner. But if you go up through the back of the liner, you can actually see a nut there, just in front of my finger. That 10mm nut is holding that bracket on, so if you want to take the wheel arch liner off completely, which I probably will, I'm going to take that nut off. So as you can see, I've got the wheel arch liner forwards. I did remove the front section, as I wasn't sure if I was going to be dropping the bottle down or not. But I've also undone these lower bolts that run up into these, through these and into these. And I've just wedged a piece of wood in there and brought it forwards. I'm now able to access the washer pumps, and I've lifted them both out. And I'll now just check the gauzes and check the functionality and whatnot, and you know, the reason I came in here for. But as you can see, you just wouldn't be able to get in here if this panel was right up against the washer bottle. As you may be able to see, there is also 3 washer pumps in here. Got one right at the back, one in the middle, and then one at the top here. 1, 2, 3. So this is the reason why our front headlight washers are very weak and barely work. All full of slime and algae and old residue of washer fluid. So it's actually the middle pump, which is the windscreen washers. So I've pulled that out, and this will be getting replaced or cleaned out, and we'll reassemble and retest. So an essential step after doing the repair, before putting the washer pumps back in, is to fill the reservoir and try and flush out, because there's about this lower 40-50 centimeters, millimeters, sorry, or 2 inches of the reservoir is below the height of the seal for the washer pumps. So any congealed algae or old washer fluid that's in there won't come out. So if you just keep filling it and filling it with water, you'll then raise that level, and hopefully the contaminants will come out of the system. So just worth noting before putting it back together, because otherwise that crap that's blocked it up is only going to block up your new system, or you're going to damage your pumps, whatever. So yeah, you don't want to have to go in here again. So just do it all in one go. I've taken all 3 pumps out and cleaned all 3 pumps. So that's where we're at. So just flush it through.